EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, one game to decide who represents the AFC in the Super Bowl. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. On the visitors' sideline, Pete Carroll, the coach of the Raiders. His guys looking to become the rare but not unheard of wild card team that makes it all the way to the Super Bowl. His counterpart on the Ravens side is John Harbaugh. His squad trying to get over that hump. This team, as currently constructed, yet to make it to the Super Bowl. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So the Ravens will come out. They are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
Mike, when you're grinding away in the midst of training camp, these are the moments that you fantasize about. However, it's no longer a fantasy for either of these two teams. It's their reality, and it's up to them to seize the opportunity in front of them. For that to happen, they're going to need a big game out of their quarterback. If he plays the way he's capable of, they could be just a few hours away from heading to the Super Bowl.
Jackson now to throw on first down. This one complete to Bateman. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. So, from 37, here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And that'll set up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Oh, hello! He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. So the Raiders come out, and Greg, they make a change at quarterback in the offseason. It is now year 13 for Geno Smith, but year 1 in silver and black.
We had a chance to sit down with him earlier in the week, Mike, and he just stressed this is just another game. We have to approach it no differently than we have the entire season, and obviously it suited them very well. They've played very good ball here come playoff time, but these are the moments that legacies are built upon, and they're one game away from the Super Bowl.
Forced out left.
Holding offense.
So that'll move them back half the distance, and they'll try it again.
Here we go.
First running back taken in April's draft, it's Ashton Genty. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Man in motion here is Tucker. Throwing now on 3rd and long. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. On On fourth down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and it'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Ravens offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Now the first carry for King Henry. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Here's the fullback, Ricard. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
To the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
Hey, Alfred.
They'll try to power ahead with Ricard. Trying to use that big body to get the yardage, but he is stopped for no gain.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 9. A give right up the middle to Henry. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff.
The Raiders take over.
The Raiders offense about ready to get going. On their 2nd possession, they'll start out 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Out of the backfield, it's Ashton Genty. And he will be out of bounds. There is a flag on the field. And let's see what caused it. From the gun, it's Gino. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Bowers. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. Here's Genty. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Brought down at the 48-yard line. 1-yard gain.
So a couple yards beyond midfield. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. It's Smith. That's a short one. Caught by Bowers. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. And he's taken taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
Las Vegas first down.
So a quarter in the books in the AFC Championship. It's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Quarter two begins. It is Raider football as they've got it with 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Genty. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It was Arterius Washington bringing him down. From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 6. Keep it on the ground with Genty, and he's going to pick up the 1st down. He'll get down to the 15-yard line.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag back in the backfield. Is it a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? What a critical flag. Roughing the passer, it sets up 1st and goal. Man in motion here is Tucker. Play action now. It's Gino. This one caught at the 4.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play. It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
On 4th down, on comes Daniel Carlson for the Raiders field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will tie the game at 3 apiece. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. Genty, and he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Now it is 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Smith. A big mistake. It was 1st and goal, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line as they try to put something together here on this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll be marked down up around the 18-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he's going to be very close to the 1st down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 1. On the option, they give it to Henry. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. Good for a Ravens first down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
They'll run. This is their fullback getting the carry. The ball's out. One of the Raiders has got it.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
Smith to throw on 1st and 10. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by the rookie out of Georgia.
And at this point on the sideline, Mike, it just has to feel like deja vu. I mean, really, the last 2 drives, same story. Continuing to drive, have something brewing, and then you just stall out in the exact same fashion. You can't put the ball in harm's way. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you do.
They'll take this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Jackson now on 2nd down. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Throwing Jackson. That is caught. It is Hopkins. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. His first catch here in this AFC title game, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On the ground, here's Henry. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Off the play fake. Jackson escaping to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Ravens are out to a 10-0 lead.
Raiders nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away.
The Raiders take over first and
Look at the
10.
Raiders head man, Pete Carroll. His offense gets set to take over once more. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with first and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. Open man is Besh. They'll come up here on second down and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
From the pistol, Smith. Going for it all. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down. He was looking for Jack Besh that time. And third down coming up. Working out of the gun, Smith. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Las Vegas.
Gino to throw. That's left side to Tucker. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about, so they got to continue to ride the hot hand.
And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
He'll try to pick it up with Genty, and he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up fourth down. Now the Ravens use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Ravens offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early. And they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, first and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. Forced out wide. Now he takes off. And he'll be out of bounds. There is a flag on the field. And let's see what caused it. Ronnie Stanley, the former 6th overall pick, guilty there. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. He'll get a couple of yards back, but it will be second and long.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
Second down, Jackson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they're going to play it safe with a run. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter.
It's fourth down.
Here's Jordan Stout now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. 2 more quarters to play here, and the Super Bowl matchup will be set. Let's take a look at what happened earlier this afternoon. Our journey through the NFL starts now. In Tampa, the Buccaneers at home to take on the defending champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's Jalen Hurts throwing and connecting, 27-yard touchdown. The Eagles do it again. What a run through these playoffs. They're the surprise champions of the NFC. And here's a look at the current playoff bracket in the NFL playoffs. Meanwhile, in our game, just 1 touchdown in the first half, 10-0 your score, as we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Trophy waiting to be claimed. 30 minutes away, unless of course we have overtime. We're back underway in the AFC title game. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Look at the Raiders head man Pete Carroll. His offense gets set to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Here's a designed run, and that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
In motion is Myers. Throwing on 2nd down, Smith. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
The last 2 runs go nowhere and sets up 3rd and very long. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation. And that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 48-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Smith now. Will get this complete to his tight end Bowers. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Run right up the gut of Genty. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. 2nd and a yard. Here's Gino. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. They'll let the fullback try to push the punt. And the Raiders are going to be set up 1st and goal. Nice run, getting them down to the 6.
It's been a really impressive drive up into this part. I really like the way the offensive line looks, Mike. And here on this last third down, they pick up just enough. Fresh set of downs, brings up 1st and goal.
Now, Gino. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. The kick is good. And the Raiders are on the board. It's 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. Oh, he tries to lateral the ball, but it's a mistake. That ball is out. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
Nice job by the defense there. Took away all the options downfield, and quarterback realized pretty quickly, I got no choice but to check this down, and results in no gain.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. Now he'll run. Jackson so nimble. He's got the 1st down and wisely gives himself up at the end.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
They'll run. It's Henry. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
2 yards.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Jackson gonna keep it, and they're gonna mark him down up past the 35.
Defense. That penalty is declined.
So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Play action now. Jackson out to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. His first catch here in this AFC title game, and it's a 1st down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage, and it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Now a screen set up for Henry, and he's out of bounds down inside the 35. Give him 13 on that screen play, and a 1st down.
Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now a run, and it's their fullback with the carry. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
3-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Sit up!
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. On the run to the right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
180. Sit hot. 180. Sit hot.
They'll work straight ahead with Henry. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6.
Sit hot.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Defense.
One quarter remains here in the AFC Championship game. This is the NFL Playoffs on EA Sports. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard.
Sit hot. 180.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense.
Now another try at 1st and goal, albeit from a little further back. 4th quarter underway, and here's Henry. He'll get maybe a yard down to the 4-yard line.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you...
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Patrick Ricard. Touchdown, Baltimore. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The extra point is up and through. And the Ravens will get out in front 17-7.
Raiders 7.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback. And the ball's coming out to the 35-yard line. The Raiders offense ready for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10.
There we go.
On the ground, it's Genty to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They'll go again with Genty. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. He's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
That's a short one, caught by Bowers. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field, and that's in an area where usually this play gets erased. From the gun, it's Gino. He's going to take a shot down the field. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. A 2nd down throw for Smith. He's going to try it here again. He's got it! And he will score! Game on! Jack Best. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now Carlson to add the extra point. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense ready to take over possession of the football. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. This is Henry. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. The question now, will the play stand? On the handoff, it's Henry. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Jackson now on 2nd down. Short, complete to Likely. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. His first catch here in this AFC title game, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super concerned. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Back to throw. Jackson. Headed left. Buying time.
Number 8, Lamar Jackson on the keeper. He was brought down by Shaq Barrett. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's 3rd and 7. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Defense.
Penalty yardage made this much easier to convert. They now face 3rd and 2. Now, Jackson. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie out of Ole Miss.
And it's just the last thing you can afford to do, especially in this situation. Like, there's just no need to force the ball. You're playing with a lead. It's late in the game, and I know he's got a lot of confidence in his arm, and he thinks he can get away with it, but that decision, it proves to be costly.
The Raiders offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. And he will score! Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Vegas. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Makes the score, Raiders.
What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
This will be returned from the 6. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the give, here's Henry. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. That one good for 26 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Off the play fake. Jackson going up top and looking for Andrews. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 38 yards.
1st and 10.
Simply put, you just have to be more disciplined along the back end, Mike, especially when you're playing against a quarterback like this. I mean, his ability to identify mismatches so quickly and then target them with the ball, you've got to take away that space, change up your looks, and as a result now, they're going to test your red zone defense.
They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. He keeps it himself, and he's in! Lamar Jackson, touchdown Ravens. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line. On 1st down is Smith. He gets this one to Tucker. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now 2nd and 4. They'll run it straight ahead now with Genty. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We're back to crown an AFC champion after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's left side to Tucker. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8. They'll come up now for 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Working out of the gun, Smith. The left side into the hands of Beck. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. That's in an area where usually this play gets erased. They get the big tackle out of UCLA, Colton Miller there. On 2nd down, Smith. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. His 1st catch here in this AFC title game, and it's a 1st down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
4 yards yards on the pickup.
From the shotgun, it's
Second
Smith.
and 6. At the 32-yard line.
And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. Now, on 2nd and long. Now Smith. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ardarius Washington.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
The Ravens offense ready to take over once again. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out. But 1 first down will essentially end the game.
Sit on!
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. As they'll get it with just a shade under a minute left in this one.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Contact up front. Can they get one of the defenders to jump? They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win here for the Ravens as they will lift the Lamar Hunt Trophy. They are off to the Super Bowl in 2 weeks as champions of the AFC. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.